Hey there, welcome to your Lion's Gate portal reading for August 8th of 2021. And it can be any Lion's Gate that you come across in your life. It doesn't have to be the one for 2021 if you happen to come across this outside that time frame, because as always, the Creator and Spirit are not bound by time and space. And so if you're drawn to this message, then there are messages for you. But if you are coming across this on August 8th of 2021, then the portal for the Lion's Gate this year kind of opened up around July 28th, depending on where you're at in the world, and is going to close around August 12th. Now, the August 8th is when the portal is the widest open, and when like the activation and the energy is just so strong. That's where, this portal increases the cosmic energy that's flowing between the physical world and the spiritual realm. So it just really opens up this portal where it's like the veil is very thin and we can communicate between those. And then amongst all that, also, there's the new moon in Leo is at its height today as well, at 7:50 a.m. Mountain Time, so depending on where you're at and all that. I do a special reading for the new moon in Leo, so that'll be linked at the end of this video here if you want to check that out as well. It'll be under the new moon, full moon readings. So if you want to check that out, just jump on over there after this one. So what is the Lion's Gate? And I love these cards here by the White Light Oracle, because it just really shows this beautiful, beautiful lion. And we'll talk about Ishtar's Lion Gate 888 here in a second as well. But what is the Lion's Gate? There's this special cosmic alignment when the sun happens to be in the sign of Leo, and the star Sirius rises into this special trajectory with the Earth. And in looking at the Lion's Gate, some information was talking about in ancient times, Sirius, the star, would match up with like the Great Pyramids, and it would do it on July 26th, and that is what Egyptian considered their new year. Of course, over the thousands of years, our systems kind of change a little bit, so those exact dates have altered a little bit. But with the sun in Leo, which is the ruler of the heart, and then Sirius, the star, bringing in all that extra energy, the veil is thin, so we can have a heightened connection with all the higher realms. Now, the symbols of the gate, the lion, and also the 8-pointed star, which, 8 is, of course, August. All of that also points towards ancient references to a woman priestess who is named Ishtar, which is all this about this Ishtar Lion's Gate. And she's considered like the goddess of the planet Venus, so like Leo's in charge of the heart. The goddess, Ishtar is of the planet Venus, which is about love. But she also had this sacred relationship with the star Sirius. And I mention all that because she's the queen of letting go, and she holds the keys to renewal from suffering. So it's kind of like the phoenix in a way where, from the ashes we rise up and renew things in our lives. And I loved when I was reading in this particular deck, it says, she is relentless in her pursuit of the path to true inner freedom. So the energy of Ishtar and the Lion's Gate portal gives us support in surrendering our attachments, letting go of identities like mother, wife, boss, brother, boyfriend, whatever it might be. And it draws us to spending time to ourself, focusing on the higher realm and our higher self that we are. So this reading that we're about to do is going to be part 1 of 2 parts, actually. So this reading is going to be about what you're ready to surrender, or you're getting ready to surrender. And then part 2 is going to be coming in September. I'm going to be doing some autumn equinox readings, which will focus on what's falling away to make room for the new, fall, autumn. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So what's falling away to make room for the new? So to make sure you don't miss out on any of those, if you haven't already, click on the subscribe button down below and make sure to hit that little bell icon and you'll get an alert when those are posted. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump in to the reading now. All right, my Scorpios, this is your reading for the Lionsgate portal, and we're going to start off by pulling a card here from these beautiful The Power of Surrender cards, which is so perfect because this reading is all about what you're ready to surrender or getting ready to surrender. Really what the Creator wants you to know about what you can surrender or are getting ready to surrender. Whatever is for your highest, best experience here on the planet. So, Creator, what do you want our Scorpios to know about this Lionsgate energy around surrendering? Okay, that is the one there. Yep, surrender low self-esteem. Hallelujah, right? And look at that beautiful sunflower or beautiful flower. I'm not sure what type that is. But it says, you deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. So definitely a beautiful energy coming in to help identify those blocks, those beliefs that you have about your low self-worth and that you're not worthy of all these amazing, beautiful things that come into your life. We come here to experience a low self-esteem. And so it's not wrong. Don't judge yourself for it because that is what we come here to do. Unless you want to experience judging yourself for it, because we also come here to experience that. All these opposites we come here to experience. On the other side, we don't even know what esteem is because we feel the power of who we are, of who we really are. And we come down here and we experience the opposite, feeling powerless or limited and small. And then we understand more fully our vastness and our powerfulness and the amazing creatures that we are, the amazing beings that we are. So this surrendering low self-esteem, how you do that, because we don't give up low self-esteem until we find esteem to replace it with, right? And so the journey that you're going to be on is about discovering the powerful, amazing you, is what I'm hearing. We're going to pull some cards here from these, the Naked Heart Tarot, and see what else the Creator wants you to know about this. But I'm excited to see what information the Creator gives you with this. Just how do you surrender your low self-esteem? How do you find your higher self-esteem? So, Creator, what additional information do you have for our Scorpios regarding this? Releasing the low self-esteem. Okay. And then that one. Yeah, so we've got, we're going to start off with the Spirit of Swords, because the Spirit of Swords is what would be called the King of Swords in a regular deck. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. And so this is mastering the mind. And how the King of Swords, he survived and, from the Ace of Swords all the way up through the whole suit up to the Kings, and he's like, I got a secret for you. He is saying it's about getting out of your mind and into your heart. That's how he balances, and he understands that you can be so much in your mind that you're so logical that you don't see the full picture, because of all those thoughts and beliefs that we have in our head are filtering how we're seeing the world. But when we connect with our heart into our higher self, that is where we find our esteem, because all the thoughts and beliefs and everything that we're taught when we're growing up point us outward, saying, hey, that in order for you to be full and acceptable and amazing, you have to find that special one, or these friends, or have this relationship with these people, or you need to be in this position, have this type of circumstances in your life, or have these possessions in your life. These things are what, this amount of money, this kind of house, these kind of cars, this kind of body, these kind of clothes, possessions, whatever. And the thing about all that is all those things are unstable and temporary and never fulfill us for very long. So then our value is unstable and constantly fluctuating, because people's emotions and opinions of us change, like the weather, in Colorado when I lived there. If you don't like one weather, just hold on. We have 4 seasons in a day, and that's how people's opinions are. They'll switch depending on how they're feeling and what's going on in their life, right? Or they pass away, and then they're no longer in our lives physically anymore. Situations never stay the same, of course, and things break down, deteriorate, burn down, or are stolen. So all those things that we've been taught about us, about our esteem and our worth and our value, all disappoint us and are temporary. And that's when we have a low self-esteem, because all those things are constantly failing us, right? But when they also do their job in pointing us back to when we're disappointed enough in the outside world, we turn inward here to find out who we really are. And that's when we connect to our heart, like it says. Yeah, because the Nine of Swords is like nightmares, insomnia. It's keeping you up at night. So all this, trying to fulfill all of these expectations and everything on the outside, is you're almost to the point of exhaustion. The Ten of Swords usually has someone laying down, face down in the sand with all the swords in their back, and they're just like, I'm exhausted, I can't do it anymore. And you're like on the verge of that, which is great. It's a great time in your life when you get to this point, because you're like, I'm ready to let go and give up. And what you're ready to let go and give up is all these expectations, all these things of trying to become someone to be lovable, instead of realizing just simply your higher self, who you are, just being that. You are love. You're unconditionally loved just as you are. You don't have to try to become something else. You just have to be the real, true you. And then you come with this Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is usually about, seeing the fruit, seeing what's there. But this, for this reading, it's really standing out to me that this is like the tree of life. And we come here, all these roots, this is our physical life that we're living here, right? And so these are all the experiences upon the earth, and the understanding and all the emotions that we feel. And then the branches, all this is reaching toward the heavens. And that's our spiritual side. You know how they say sometimes, as above, so below, as above, as above, that phrase there. It's about this connection to the both, and that if you don't have roots and a storm comes, the tree falls over. Or if all you have is roots, you don't get any fruit. So it's this balance between the heavens and the earth, and understanding that you're more than just the roots. You're also this massiveness of the heavens. And so, it's that understanding and going in that direction. And then you've got the Two of Wands. Wands is all about your energy, your drive, your spark in your life. It also, for me, represents your spirit. And, I love this crystal ball that's there. And actually, that is jumping out to me here. And when they do, each of these characters that they have on this card, on this deck, they have like these little messages that they whisper to you. And so I feel like this one wants to whisper to you. So we're going to grab that here. Wands. So you got the Two of Wands. Oh, of course, this is a crystal ball. So the crystal ball familiar whispers to you, when you listen to the guidance of your higher self, you can make no wrong choice. And you can ask yourself, is choosing not to choose for myself keeping me stagnant or stuck? And I love that message here for you about, when you connect to your higher self, you can make no wrong choice. Because when you connect to your higher self, that's when you realize that you don't have this value on you, which I call, when we were talking about determining your value by the outside things, that's retail price. What value are you to others? And like I said, that depends on the season. You could be a very, very warm coat, and during the winter in Alaska, oh my God, you are so highly esteemed. But during the summer in Texas, you're on the blue light special clearance rack. So retail price, unstable and unknowing. But when you look to inside of yourself, to this, your connection to your higher spirit, your higher self, you realize you're priceless. And that is this transformation that happens. We're also going to pull a card here from the Power deck. It's the cards of wisdom. We're just going to see what the Creator wants you to know about this ripple effect with this energy that's coming in here, with you letting go of those things that are keeping you low, those beliefs that are keeping you low about yourself. How does this ripple out into your life? Hey, Creator, what else do you want our Scorpios to know about this energy? You got this card here, and it's number 17, perfection. And so it says, dream your passion, fly away, go through the hoop of your innermost fears and desires, meet them and conquer them. What pain from your childhood have you not dealt with? Move into the wound of your most secret fears and find the seeds of wisdom that are planted there. Face what upsets you the most. It's a great teacher. Give away whatever is holding you back. Insecurities, ego, fear of failure or of not being loved, fear of being alone. Give away those things and be reborn into a new state of perfection. And that's a wonderful message with perfection, because when you connect to that inner side of yourself, right, that unconditional love from the Creator of all things that lives inside us, that we are actually made of, we meet 100% of the expectations of the Creator, because the Creator has no expectations. They love us unconditionally, not one condition, because one condition makes it conditional. And our Creator loves us unconditionally. Nothing we can do to gain more of it, because we have all of it, and nothing we can do to lose it at all, because there's not one condition. So in the eyes of the Creator, we are perfect. We are perfection. And so connecting to that perfection that we are allows you to see, like I said, that you are priceless and amazing. You're not this low avatar that we created to be able to contrast between what we're not to what we truly are. We're also going to pull some additional cards for this one. Let's see what else the Creator wants you to know about that. But yeah, seeing the true you. Capital T, true, capital Y, you. And one more time. All right, Creator, what else do you want our Scorpios to know about this perfection? Okay. Actually, not that one, and this one, and this one. Any others? Okay. And any others last pass. Okay, yep, these are going to be it. Yep, so you have the Hermit, which this is about getting to know you, withdraw from the outside world for a little bit. It doesn't mean that you have to become an actual hermit and not have any social interactions, because I know that's difficult for some people. But it's about making sure you take time for yourself and get into your shell and be able to find the true you. Because here you are, the star up there, and here's the wisdom that comes with it, with that owl. But yeah, it's definitely about connecting, taking the time to connect to your higher self, the real you, the superstar that you are inside. Yep, and here is justice. So this sword here is what cuts away and brings the truth. Justice is like for me, in this reading especially, is representing it brings truth to you. It weighs things out and allows you to see things for what it truly is. And so it's time, to really take a real clear understanding and inventory of what you're using to define yourself with, and just to kind of pose that with your beliefs from your higher self and from the Creator, an unconditionally loving Creator, not a judging God who's going to send you to hell and has all these rules and regulations. That experience for us, we come here to experience what it might feel like to feel all those emotions, but in your heart and your soul, when you connect to the higher realm and you connect to the Creator, you don't feel that you feel unconditional love and compassion and all that. You don't feel the judgment. That is something that we experience only on the earthly plane, because it's a story that's been, put to that. And then you have the Heart of Wands, which is normally the Queen of Wands. And Wands is all about your, usually it's your drive, your spark, but it's also your spiritual energy. And with being the Queen of Wands, it's very much about feeling that emotional connection to your spiritual side. So the Queen of Wands and like the King of Wands, for me, really represent your spiritual side and being able to bring in that spiritual energy into your earthly existence. And we talked about choosing your heart over your mind, getting out of your mind a bit. And so here's your heart. So getting into your heart to see who you really are, not your mind with all those rules and opinions from the outside. We're also going to pull a card here from the Energy Oracle and see what else the Creator wants you to know about this energy that's coming through the Lion's Gate for you. Creator, what else for our Scorpios? Okay. You got card number 37, and that is the third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, which, if you look at that, that's the solar plexus chakra, and that's the yellow one. And where the root chakra, the red one, is about how you relate and interact with like large groups. The sacral, which is the orange one right up above right above it, in between the solar plexus and the root, is about dealing with one other. So the other, not others, but one-on-one with other people. And the solar plexus, believe it or not, which with all this yellow in this card too, has to do with how you relate to yourself. Imagine that. So that is perfect for this message that you're getting here. Emotions of desire, life force energy is what it says. The powerful Archangel Chamuel is holding a beautiful sphere of golden light at the solar plexus, which is the location of your third chakra and the center of your life force energy. The issues here revolve around emotions of desire and your personal energy. When the card appears, it indicates that an increased enthusiasm is present or soon to be on its way. It's a great time to move toward completion of your desires. Your life force is vibrating with power and resonance, and your soul is calling you to direct your energy in a focused, purposeful manner. This angel of power is with you now, so go for it. There's also like reversed meanings for these, like if the card had come out reversed, which I normally don't look at reversals, but sometimes I'm led to read the reversal meaning, which I am for this one. So let's see what it says. It says, if this card is reversed, it indicates a low ebb in your energy and possibly a lack of purpose. You may have been feeling very fragmented lately, unable to rein in your scattered focus. If this is the case, it's time to become more centered and single-minded. You can choose to bring a greater sense of enthusiasm to your everyday life. Call for the assistance of this archangel to help you harness your power and spin this dynamic center of life force expression. Gather up and direct your life force energy and bring an attitude of enthusiasm to both your goal and your daily life. And the affirmation for the card is, my third chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. I radiate a bright and vibrant life force energy. I feel excitement for all that I do. And that's a beautiful energy that comes in with this, because when we have a low self-esteem, we just feel we can't do anything right. We don't know what direction we're doing. And like it was talking about, you just feel this lack of balance in your life. I can't, like you said, you can't do anything right. I can't achieve anything. I just feel like everything's falling through my fingers. The tighter that I grip onto things, the more it slips through my hands. And all of that has been happening for you to turn you back inward to the solar plexus area, for you to really understand who you truly are, understand that relationship with you, because that's what this is about. And when I was between when I was like 29 and probably 40, probably over like about 10 years, I had like 5 relationships that were anywhere between 1 year and 3 years, right? And what I realized with that, regarding my esteem, is that everyone I was with always was telling me and showing me how I felt about myself until I saw it. And a book that brought me revelations, but also went flying across the room when I first read it, was the Path to Love by Deepak Chopra. And a spoiler alert, so if you're going to read it, don't listen to this next part, but there's a place in the book where it asks, what are you looking for in a partner? And so I looked at each one of the individuals I was with and said, what I want is someone that treats me with self-respect, because every one of them disrespected me either by cheating on me, or how they spoke with me, or how I felt used. That was my impression of it all at the time. And then you read on and it says, well, what you are trying to find in them, you need to find in yourself. And I went, what? I do not disrespect myself. Rah, 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 rah. But after I calmed down and I went and got the book off from across the room, I was like, okay, yeah, I see your point. I used to always give up myself because I thought that's what they wanted. Everything I wanted, I would put to the side and be at the beck and call because I thought that's what they wanted from me, right? And all those types of things. And I'm like, that's definitely not respecting myself. So it was this transformational thing in discovering my real inner power and really what it was. And then when I saw that, yeah, each one of those X's were telling me what I wanted to see about myself until I saw it. And then I stopped needing those teachers because I saw it and I learned it, right? All right, and then I'm going to, and I love this is 37, which is a 10, which is endings, and also 1 + 0 is 1, which is new beginnings. So endings and new beginnings, which totally fits in as well. All right, let's see what else the creator wants you to know about this energy. But this is transformational and it's amazing. And I love, that you get to see yourself as perfect. Not this human character trying to play all these parts and obey all these rules, but really connecting to who you really are and seeing the perfection of you, the amazingness of you. So, creator, what else? Okay, anything else? Okay, last time. Nope, I just have the 1. Yep, and you got the Spirit of Wands. So, like I said, we have the Heart of Wands, and the Spirit of Wands is actually the King of Wands. So, this represents your higher self. I was telling you about, how the King or the Queen represents your higher self and your connection to self, and So this is definitely just affirmation of that for you, that, yeah, this is all about connecting to the real you, that powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love, the real, amazing, powerful, unending, unlimited you, the perfect you. And so really connecting with that is going to be a huge thing. And he's even it's a golden fox, which really definitely looks like the golden chakra there. And then lastly, what we're going to pull for you here, some cards from this Everyday Tarot, just to see what else the Creator wants you to know about this ripple effect of just connecting with this amazing energy of you. And there is a very fine line between being confident in who you are and being arrogant. People go, what's the difference? And I'm like, well, when you're confident, you say, I know what my gifts are, what my abilities are, and what I do well. Arrogance says, I do all these things better than all these other people. So it's the comparison that makes us arrogant. Confidence is the belief in ourself. All right. Creator, what else do you want our Scorpios to know about this ripple here? Okay, that one here, these two, and these two. Yep, so you have the Five of Swords. And so the Five of Swords represents, like, do you want to be right or do you want to be loved? You might win the battle, but you lose the war. And so this is all about the need to be right, and that people's feelings get hurt. And self-esteem gets hurt when we battle. And this is all about, we were talking about, trying to convince others that your truth, your small t truth, is more true than their small t truth. But when you connect to the capital T truth, then you don't have to worry about defending it, because this is something that's inside you. For you, you allow everyone else to be where they're at in their lives, and you are able to sit with where you're at in your life. Yeah. You have the Ten of Cups. Cups are all the emotions. This is fulfillment. Just every area of your life feeling like your cup's running over. So emotionally, which makes so much sense when you connect to this higher you. You feel whole and complete for the first time in your life. And again, this is a 10. It's a little bit near this 10 here. But this is this emotional fulfillment. This low self-esteem with that retail price in the outside world. Nope, you don't feel complete. You feel lack, right? You feel empty. This is the cup full and overflowing, because you are filling up with that unconditional love from the Creator, not the conditional love of the world. And then you have the King of Swords. So this is the Master of Thoughts. And I don't think we had that in this one, right? Yep. Oh, yeah, we did. So Spirit of Swords, that's normally the King of Swords. And so as I talked about, the balance between the mind, and then here he's sitting on a giant cup throne, which is the emotions. So it's about mastering and balancing both the heart, with the mind, and this seeing beyond all those expectations and all those beliefs. And you can see he's still holding on to some of his beliefs, but he has this hand outreach, which means having an open mind to new beliefs and new thoughts and new ways of thinking. And so, as you're going through this experience and unfolding with this, then that is, the message that comes with that. And, the Lovers here, this is your higher self. This is our lower self. It's like when we come down, we split off into man or woman for our avatar. Pick which avatar you're going to be in this game. It's like that kind of thing, right? This is the real you, the higher you, the source of true love. And we experience what it might feel like to feel small, kind of like that, that picture there. And so this is all about connecting again to your higher self, to this to this higher self, to this higher love, this true love, which is what you're truly looking for. And what's amazing with this card too, there's a little story that comes across for the major arcana and how we're developing as we go along. And like the cards before this are like the emperor, who's the one who is like represents society, who's putting all these rules in place so that humans can get along, but also brings restriction. And then the Hierophant comes after that, who does the same thing for spirituality. He's like organized religions and stuff on like, this is how we can get along with our religious beliefs, but it can also be limiting and all that. And so there's all these rules that are in place. But Lovers comes and it represents, it's one of the first times when we're young, when we're brave enough to go against the rules, usually, because when we have that fire in us, that infatuation or love for another individual, we're like willing to risk like not getting back by curfew or doing what we're not supposed to be doing, what we were told we're not supposed to do. We love them so much we're going to do it. That's the first time we go against all the rules. And so that's a beautiful, thing here too, is going against these rules of all these expectations that are making you feel low, and loving yourself for the first time enough to let those things go, because that matters more to you than obeying all these external things. That inner love and acceptance becomes more important to you than the outer conditional love and conditional acceptance. Unconditional love, unconditional acceptance on the inside. And then you got the Hanged Man. I don't think you got the Hanged Man here, did you? Nope. So the Hanged Man is, again, one of my cards that represents seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing things from your spiritual perspective. So again, a reinforcement on a new point of view, and that there is another point of view, that you don't have to be walking along only within the maze of this life with the high walls, not being able to see anything, but seeing it from your higher point of view and the connection you have with the spirit world. Which, Queen of Cups, she's the cups are emotions and all that. Queen is the emotion of the emotions card. For me, it's very connected to the High Priestess, which really means you can see how her hair has the universe in it. And so this is about connecting to your spiritual world through your heart, connecting to the upper world, because you do have this amazing support team on the other side. All these beings of unconditional love and light, the Creator, Spirit, the Holy Spirit, depending on your faith, guardian angels and your spirit guides, loved ones who've already gone to the other side, back to the other side, ancestors, unicorns, fairies, whatever your belief in higher power is, you have this access to it. And as you do that, that's really, when we asked in the beginning, how do you find your esteem to be able to surrender your low, give up your low self-esteem and accept this high perfection of esteem, and that's by connecting to the real you, connecting to the other side. And it's hard to believe it in the beginning, but the more you ask and the more you reach out, you take one step towards the Creator and they take 10 honkin' steps towards you, and their steps are very, very, very big steps. So they are the spirit world and that whole realm are so hungry, so willing to interact with us and to give us the love and support that we want here on the planet. So I love this for you. And this is just part one. That's the amazing thing. Part two is coming beginning of September. I'm going to be doing autumn equinox readings. And where these represent like what you're ready to surrender, because that's the fall reading. It's like what is falling out of your life or falling away from you to make room for the new. So to make sure you don't miss that reading, if you haven't already, just make sure to subscribe, click that little alarm bell, and you'll get notified when those readings come out, probably beginning of September. And also, while I'm on that subject, if you enjoy these types of readings, give me a big thumbs up there, because that lets me know what type of readings people are enjoying and I can do more of. And I usually just connect with the creator and say, hey, what message do you have for, our beautiful souls, my brothers and my sisters here? And these are the types of readings that get generated. So if you do that, just give me a thumbs up if you feel like it, and it's much appreciated. But yeah, just as you go throughout this experience here with this Lionsgate energy coming in, know every second of every day you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. You're awesome, perfect, and amazing. And I love you too. So enjoy this beautiful Lionsgate energy, and we will talk with you soon. You take care.